Welcome back to Hockey Talks. I am Carl. That is Dave. We are right in the middle of summer in the NHL right now in the hockey season. Not in a lot going on right now, but we do have a rule change in the CHL.
It's pretty spicy.
Pretty spicy. Yeah. Remember the overtime rule, 3-on-3? Um,
Let's start off like this, actually. Carl, what's the one thing you disagree with in the 3-on-3 overtimes in the NHL?
the one thing I disagree on,
Yes.
um, the them skating around for nothing,
Yeah,
right? Back and forth.
exactly. Back and forth. They take the puck up, they shoot, it goes around the board, they
Mhm.
get it back, they go back, they do their change, they go back out over there and do it, rinse and repeat.
Yep.
And this rule change has something to do with that.
Yes. The rule change is you're no longer allowed to, once you cross the halfway point, the center line, you're no longer allowed to come back over that center line and reset everything. You can't go any farther than that center line now. So I think that's a great idea because it prevents them from skating in, skating out, skating in, skating out,
Yep.
resetting. It's like once you're past that, you have to do something with it, right?
And that is my biggest pet peeve about
So-
3-on-3 overtimes.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think the details are still kind of being ironed out. Like, have you heard any details of what happens if they
I'd
go back
imagine,
across?
I'd imagine just a face off in their end.
It's just a blow dead.
But I don't know for sure. Yeah, blow it down. It's not like the other team necessarily gets the puck,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
like a throw in per se.
Mhm.
But it would be a face off either just inside the blue. But I would honestly think it would be a face off in their end.
Yeah, I would think so, right?
That would
Yeah,
be more likely.
yeah. Maybe not a penalty. If they incorporated a penalty for going over, maybe that'd be too hard. Be kind of like a puck over the glass.
That would be
penalty.
juicy.
It would be, yeah.
Then they'd be like having those slow mo cams of did his stick
Oh yeah,
touch
more
it?
video review.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
exactly what we need. Yeah, let's inch by inch.
It would get
Centimeter
close.
by centimeter. Did
It
he
would get
cross the line?
close, then they'd get up and score, and then they'd be like, "Hang on, 45 seconds to go."
Yeah, he did cross the line. So we're gonna roll all the way back, reset the clock. Oh yeah, no, maybe we don't need that.
No, just a face off is good.
But yeah, I think it'd be better hockey that way, right? It'd be a lot more turnovers, I think, and a lot more back and forth, rather than getting possession and the other team doesn't even see it.
It would be better, just all around. I
All
don't think
around.
anybody with a half of a brain would disagree with the fact that 3-on-3 in the NHL with the players skating and floating all over the place, it's not fun to watch. I mean,
No.
when it's fast, that's
Yeah,
when it's fun
yeah.
to watch. But you got to put pressure on them, otherwise. That's kind of the trick of it, right? And I mean,
Yeah.
to be honest, the 3-on-3 is still relatively new for the NHL,
Mm-hmm.
right? So they're still learning, right?
Yeah, I'm
And
still figuring it out. I do like most of the 3-on-3, how fast and how quick it is, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, if they could eliminate that, and when somebody gets possession of the puck, they can pretty much do whatever they want with it. It'd be nice if they just, once they cross half, they have to deal with everything in that end. And then I think it would cause a lot more turnovers that way, and a lot more back and
it'd be
forth.
faster.
Yeah.
You,
Oh yeah.
you
way
try
more.
you try new things,
Yeah,
That'd be
absolutely.
awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah. I hope they do that in the NHL as well.
Yeah.
But I think this is a trial run. The NHL is going to see how this plays out in the CHL,
Yeah.
right? But be exciting to see, and I hope this incorporated into the NHL.
Mm-hmm.
It would be really good to see. Going back to the NHL now, Jonathon Toews, long time ago. Well, he had back in, I think 2022 was his last game played, right? He ended up getting long COVID and he was dealing with a bunch of respiratory issues and stuff like that. And he wasn't well for a few years, but he is making a comeback. Now, he has recently signed with the Winnipeg Jets, his hometown. So he's going back home. That's where he grew up. He played hockey for many, many years until he went to the NHL. So
Yeah.
he's going to be back now. So I think he's probably going to be like a third liner. I think to
That would be
start
probably
off.
right. Yeah.
Probably something like that. I mean, they did lose Nikola Ehlers to the Carolina Hurricanes, so that's a big loss for the Winnipeg Jets.
Jets.
So, yeah, I don't think Jonathan Toews quite replaces that yet. But
But he's probably also not as expensive, right? Or do you know
Oh,
how pricey he is? I don't know.
I'm not 100% sure what kind of contract they signed.
I can't imagine him being that expensive.
No.
So they'll probably bring a couple people aboard.
Yeah.
But I will say that Jonathan, he's going to start off on the third line, and he's been through his things. I don't think there's going to be an expectation there.
Yeah.
And him going back to his hometown, obviously it's hopefully going to be better on his mental health, which is a big factor in long COVID stuff, right? Is trying to put correct yourself or whatever, in whatever way. So I could see him I guess impressing a lot of people and doing good things when he gets back to Winnipeg. And I mean, kudos to Winnipeg. It'll be interesting to see how this all impacts them come regular season and playoffs.
Yeah.
Right? If I was them, I'd be trying to build a team that can maybe go a little deeper in the playoffs over top of doing better in the season. You're doing plenty good in the season.
Yeah,
plenty good.
Top of the league in the season for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it is with him in the playoffs. Like they play so well, and then all of a sudden it just falls apart.
Something in the water.
Hellebuck is not good in the playoffs. He hasn't been good at all. So that I'm not sure how they're going to change that. He is undisputedly one of the best goalies in the league. But for some reason, I'm not sure what it is. Is it the mindset?
I would disagree with that, though.
One of the
well,
best
not
goalies?
like I'm going to disagree with it, but I'll poke you on that a little bit.
Okay.
You say he's one of the best goalies in the league. What makes a goalie the best?
Save percentage
Okay.
is a big one, right? Be able to step up in big moments. Well, he gets to the playoffs.
You know where I'm getting.
I know where you're getting. Okay, fine. He hasn't been able to do that in the playoffs, right? But he's gotten his team there handily in the regular season.
When he's comfortable.
But when he's comfortable.
Yeah.
But when the playoffs is a completely different game, yes, it is. And I just don't understand that. He's having a hard time adjusting to that style of play, a more aggressive style.
Because he's uncomfortable.
But what about the defense in front of him? I mean,
That's putting blame. That's putting blame, though.
It is
That's
putting blame.
We're looking at the stats.
Yes.
Right? And the reality is that his stats in the playoffs are not as good as his stats in the season.
They're not good.
So, although he's one of the best goalies in the season, when it matters, he
chokes.
I'm not going to say one of the worst goalies, but he's definitely not the best.
No.
Right?
No, and you need a strong goaltender to get you there. And you look at Sergei Bobrovsky, right? He's just steady. Nothing seems to faze him.
Yeah.
At all. Like, he doesn't get bugged with hard loss, get blown out one game, and he's just the same goalie. Consistent, day in and day out. And Hellebuck is like that through the season. But then something happens in the playoffs, and it's like...
It's the pressure.
He forgot how to play.
He buckles under pressure, yeah.
Buckles under pressure. I guess so.
There's something like when the goaltender, they can go ahead and let goals in. Let an easy goal in every once in a while, sure. But what a goaltender needs to do is they need to make a save on something that would be a guaranteed goal.
Yes.
So go ahead,
Absolutely.
get your goals against, or your save percentage 0.9, and as long that one goal can be a floppy one. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But as long as you make a save where you shouldn't make a save.
Yeah.
That's the difference in the playoffs anyways between a good goaltender and a bad goaltender.
Yeah.
Bobrovsky can let two softies in, and then he can go and he can save a breakaway. That's a for sure goal.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that makes him the superior goaltender.
Yeah. He can learn how to push all those things aside when things don't go well.
Yeah.
I think that actually might be a big part of why Hellebuck can't. Something goes wrong and he can't get that out of his head. Right? And then mistakes just keep piling on and on and on.
And let's not even bring up Skinner.
Well, that's a completely different story.
I still remember talking to you though. It was I don't even know. It was a little bit ago, and you fell victim to. You fell victim. You actually were saying Skinner was a good goaltender.
No, I didn't. Look back on that because I don't remember.
You were saying that he makes the saves when he needs to, and when his team is behind and pressure's on, he makes the saves, and it's all good, it's all in the fun. But I just think it's really interesting because that's what a lot of people were saying, and maybe it wasn't you, maybe it was just other people, but pretty sure it was you.
It could have been me. I don't know.
Anyways, I just thought it was funny because we kept on saying he's a statistical goalie, and he's gonna have his goals scored on him, and sure enough, it happened at the most inconvenient time.
It did.
And I mean that very well could be with Hellebuck too, right? Hellebuck is a statistical goalie. During the season, he plays too good. He plays too good. Going as an analogy, going into the playoffs, would you rather have a team that is on a winning streak or a losing streak?
Honestly, probably a losing streak. Because, you know, once they get those bad games out of the way, they
Yeah.
can get some stuff figured out before the playoffs, right?
It's all statistics. Obviously, it sounds bad if they're in a losing streak, but the reality is that they're in a position to get in the playoffs. If you can get into the playoffs and finish it off in a losing streak, look out when you bounce back.
Mm-hmm.
And just hopefully you can bounce back in the next 7 games,
Yeah.
right? But when you're in a winning
Good teams will be able
streak,
to bounce.
you have a lot of losses that could be coming your way, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, good teams will be able to bounce back. If you're a good team, you will be able to bounce back after a losing streak, right?
Yeah.
And be really strong because you will learn and fix the stuff that you're doing. Hence, if you go on and won a couple of games, you kind of figure out, okay, well, we can't do that.
This is what we're doing right, and this is what we're doing wrong.
And then you adjust and you learn from that right before the playoffs. So when you get into the playoffs, your mindset's hopefully different and more set to winning, like
Preach.
more focused than you were before when you're on a winning streak and on autopilot.
Preach,
So-
brother. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Yeah. So I think that's not a bad thing if you go on a losing streak. How people try to do the losing streaks, but if you happen to be in one, there you go.
Kudos to you.
Kudos to you. Yeah. Anyways, Nicholas Backstrom, longtime friend of Ovi's. They played almost their entire careers together. Ovi's still playing. Ovi's still playing. He's signed for another year. I don't know if it's going to be his last year. People had speculated before and put all that stuff out, but it all become fake. He is not retiring. He's going to play next year. But Nicholas Backstrom decided he was signing with the Swedish team, Bayern's IF in Sweden. Signed a 1-year contract through them, and so he's not returning to the NHL.
Wow.
So I'm not sure what the whole story is behind that, why he's not returning, because him and Ovi are really, really close friends, right? And they play together all the time. But I'm not like he decided to go to Sweden, and I mean in Washington. I think he's kind of on a downtrend too, right? I mean, they made the playoffs last year, but they got ousted by almost ousted by Ottawa. Okay, maybe not almost.
Washington?
They played Ottawa
You mean the previous year?
last year.
Oh, not.
Last playoffs.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, last playoffs. They
Ottawa made the playoffs last playoffs?
yeah, they played Washington. Washington took them out.
Oh,
Yes, and then
very cool.
yes, and then Carolina took out Washington. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So, but that was when Obi broke his record, goal scoring record.
Oh,
Just before that, I think. Yeah. Anyway, it feels like it's been a long time since that playoff happened.
yeah.
But and not a lot has changed, to be honest, in the NHL. Besides a few trades, Backstrom going to Sweden, the Blackhawks hoping to get on a winning record this year. We still have Connor Bedard, and you haven't seen a whole lot from him.
No, he's pretty
Right.
silent. Yeah.
Like he was supposed to be, he was the #1 draft pick. He was an exceptional status player into the WHL, but making that leap, I get he's on a bad Blackhawks team that really needs a lot of help. I think they haven't been able to find it. Connor Bedard's scoring hasn't been there to where people expected it to be. Do you think they're gonna make a change or run here anytime soon?
No,
No, just straight up no. Yeah. Why? Do you
I don't think Bedard's that kind of guy. I don't think he's good enough to. Like he can score goals and things, but he can't lead a charge.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And although you want to blame everybody else for it, I mean it's just kind of pathetic.
You know, it's kind of taking the opposite direction. No, I wouldn't say opposite direction. Maybe a lot less than what we expected of Bedard.
Yeah.
Right? I know he's a smaller guy coming to the league, right? But he had a lot of skill in the WHL, but that's a lot different of a game than the NHL, and he still hasn't been able to find that groove.
Yeah.
Pushed around a lot, and a bad Blackhawks team doesn't help. But you look at Connor McDavid, he went on to a terrible Oilers team.
But he's also a very talented player.
Very, very talented player and very fast and a lot bigger.
And they're still no better right now than Chicago, to be honest.
Well,
I'm sorry, how many more cups do they have?
None. But they do win a lot more games and they make the playoffs every year.
Well, I didn't know that was the point of the NHL.
It's to win the cup, but only one person. So every other team other than the Florida Panthers is trash.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, for 2 years in a row.
That's the way they made it look.
And
Nobody else won 7 games with them. Just saying.
Yeah, well, except for Toronto.
No, they're still trash too, though.
Okay. Toronto is trash. But
less trash than every other team.
Yeah, okay. Toronto, is it going to be a different team this year? No Mitch Marner?
It's they're going to be a different team. For the better or worse, I'm not sure. We'll wait it out and see. I'm less worried about Marner's output than I think everybody else. I don't think we'll miss it.
No.
I mean, whether you beat a team 5-1 or 3-2, you still get the win. And the reality is that we had too much power on our offense. We needed more even distribution.
Yeah.
A little more well-roundedness. And getting rid of Marner just freed the cap space. I'm sure they'll bring out some other people that can make us a little more well-balanced so that we can get more 3-2 wins without needing to get those 5-1s.
Yeah.
And then we can have a stronger team in the playoffs.
Yeah, more balanced team all over the place, right?
Yeah.
You need the depth. You got Dakota Joshua now from the Vancouver Canucks, which I think he's going to help out big time in Toronto's line, right? Especially a third line. He was great for Vancouver. He put up quite a few goals, but the enforcer part of him.
Yeah.
And I think he'll be really good on Toronto. Substituting for Ryan Reeves, who they no longer have on the team, which I think is going to be a much better guy there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see what that Toronto team does. Joe Thornton.
That's the name right now.
San Jose.
Yeah.
Back with San Jose.
Celibrini.
Yep. He's back as a hockey operations advisor and a player development coach for the San Jose Sharks. I think that'll help.
Yeah.
I think he's good to have around, right? Good to have around the locker room. Celibrini lives with him currently.
They share beds.
I don't know about that. But we don't know what's behind closed doors. Not saying that, but so having him back on San Jose, I think is a good thing.
It can't be a bad thing. Well, the chemistry and experience and skill he's going to bring. He's going to see some players that need some help. He's going to help them out. And it's going to be great.
Yeah. It will, yep.
Is that how what you think?
Yeah, no, I think so, absolutely.
Or did I just say it weird?
It sounded like you just brought the, I mean, I think it's good. I think it's good. Celibrini is probably going to feed a lot off that, right? Him always being around in the dress. No, I don't know if he's going to be in the dress.
Well, he's eating on the same fridge.
That too. Living with him helps. But at the actual rink, while they're playing games, he's going to be part of the staff and everything like that. And I think Celebrini's already really good. And I think San Jose is actually going to have a pretty solid team this year.
I think this year they'll have a shot at the playoffs.
I think so.
Whether they'll make it or not, that's different. They're going to be, less than 10 points out, is my guess.
Well, you've seen the developments that happened last year.
Yeah.
Comparison to the year before that. It's already a big difference. And Celebrini, he's such a good hockey player. Like that was a good pick by San Jose, right? I mean, he went first overall, yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I would take Celebrini, I think, over Bedard.
Oh, 110%.
Absolutely. Yeah, so looking forward to seeing what San Jose does this year. Now with Joe Thornton as part of the staff once again. So, but that is all the time we have for tonight. We will talk to you next time.
Bye.